Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Practical Gardener. I'm gonna be doing something really cool. So I got this guy from the store. I got this from the Dollar Tree. This is a wreath. I couldn't find a round one, so we got a square one. That's fine, we'll make do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a live wreath. It's going to be a Christmas theme wreath with succulents. So right now I want to show you. So I got this guy. This is a weed deterrent. So what we're going to do, we're going to be sewing this guy up so that way we can stuff it with potting mix. I'll show you. Yeah, so I pre-measured this guy. So what I did was I measure it all around and then I look at the circumference of it, and I pre-cut it and everything, so it should cover the whole way around. So now that I already cut it, what I'm going to do is I have this needle. This is a thicker needle than your average needle, and I got this yarn that's or thread that is kind of like it's not that thin, but it's definitely thick and sturdy enough to kind of keep this guy going. And I'll show you right now how we're going to do this. So what I do, like I said, I pre-measure all of this like that, and then I kind of like fold everything and cut it into length. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sewing it up. So I'm going to show you how I sew this. So I got this guy right here like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this open, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to feed dirt into it or potting mix into it. So it's easier if I leave it a little open, like creates like kind of a funnel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little knot so that way it doesn't open. So here I'm sewing it, right? Okay. So I'm sort of like making a little bit of a dead knot. Now this is a little bit of the tedious part, kind of pull everything to the end. So it's long enough, but it isn't too long, because this mesh is kind of very, how do you say that? I want to say breakable. So it doesn't stay very well. So what I'm going to do now, okay, so I got this guy here, and I'll show you, okay? So I'm going to do this, kind of like thread it back and forth like that. Okay, I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. I'm just kind of folding it in, folding it out, folding it in, folding it out. And everybody know how to sew, so this is not a sewing channel, but it's this is part of the process. So I guess, so what I do is I thread it through. Show you. See? Okay. See how fast that is? So this much is already done. So I'm gonna finish the rest, and I'm gonna pause the video and I'll show you after I'm done. So it is a little tedious, and don't worry that it looks ugly, because we're gonna turn it inside out afterward, and I'll show you that part too, okay? Okay guys, so it's finally done. So I sewed the whole thing. It did take a little bit of time, even though we were doing it that way. I mean, I don't think you can really bypass all of that. So in the end part, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to either tie it off like this, or I can suture it off, but either way, tie it off or suture it off, and just make a like kind of a knot. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna fill the whole thing like this with dirt. But actually what we're gonna do first, I'm sorry, forgot, I have to turn this guy inside out now, because so what you do, slip your whole hand in here, because we don't want to see that white thread. So we're gonna kind of put the whole thing through. Okay, so I'm pulling it through now, just kind of like, see? Okay, so it's all tucked in there, and then the other side, see, it's all clean. You don't see the white thread anymore. So don't worry about what kind of thread you use. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna fill the whole thing with potting mix, okay? Okay, now we're just filling it all the way. I'm gonna show you where we're at. So, yep. It's not going to be too much fill. We're just going to lightly fill it. So I'm going to stretch this guy out a little bit, because that that trellis is not that big, and I just need a little bit of, we don't want it to be too bulky. I'm just going to be molding it to it. So now that it's already filled, I think it's enough. It's not too much, because as you see, the frame is kind of small. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap around this, and I know it looks ugly, but don't worry, we're gonna rewrap it again with this other I'll show you later. But it won't look like this essentially. So I'm just using this twine that I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna wrap around. Okay, so you get the idea. I'm gonna wrap around the rest and I will show you after. Okay, so I got to the end and I toss out the rest of the dirt. I had way too much. So what I'm gonna do is, what I did, I tied it up already. And see how it starts here? It ends here. So what I can do, join it to the other stuff. So change my scissors because that one's not working. So I can put something to go over it, and then so everything is, all this stuff is not going to be shown or seen. So let's see. Flip this guy over. Can I tie it up this way so it's connecting? Okay. And yeah, like that. Pretty much we're just gonna tie it together with this guy. Okay, only because I don't have enough the thing, so I'm gonna use this drape. It is a Christmas drape or whatever. It's full of glitter, Lord have mercy. Anyways, so I'm gonna cut a few of these and just use it to wrap around. Let's see, just roll it in, and then yeah, it'll work. Hopefully one more. And then we're just going to rewrap it again with that mesh thing, so it'll stay in place. So I don't have to secure it or anything like that, because we're just going to rewrap it again. And the wire will keep it all in place. And my whole counter is full of glitter now. But anyways, it's fine. So here we go. This will work out better anyways, because now it's white. So let me see. Let me wrap up the whole thing and I'll show you after, okay? Okay, now the whole thing is wrapped up. But yeah, now that the whole thing is wrapped up, I'm going to rewrap it again with that mesh. Okay, here we go. Just starting the whole process again. I'll show you when everything's done. Okay, almost done. There you go. No. We should have enough to barely cover it. But yeah, we have enough now. Oopsie, excuse me. Yeah, we have enough to cover it now. So the whole thing is all covered up. Now the back part, you can either tuck it in, or like I got a few of these twist tie and just kind of like thread them through. That's the easiest way, so that you don't have to take any like needles or anything out. Or if you have those plant tie, you can use those too, but they're green, so I only have green ones, so this will work for me. So yeah, so you can just do a few of these, tie it up, and then get another one. I have another one here. It's the easiest way, easy peasy, just using our creativity, brain, or whatever to kind of get the job done, you know? So now, this is going to be our front, because we don't want to be looking at that in the back, okay? So yeah, it is ready to go. So now the next process. So I want to show you guys all the stuff I got from the Dollar Tree. They're all about $1.25 each, because there's no such thing as the Dollar Tree anymore. I mean, or the 99-cent store or whatever, because you know, honestly, unfortunately, these are not going to be lasting all year round. So you know, we have to continue to buy them, so they do get a little expensive. I'm gonna try to keep them as long as I can. I mean, if they're still good and nice, and I'm not gonna be throwing them away, you know, just probably like be keeping them somewhere. I guess Christmas for January and February. Why not, right? I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, but yeah, look at all these cute ones. Oh my goodness, they are so beautiful. And you can see the theme I'm going for is like snow, winter snowish kind of theme. And I got these like little balls, these like acorn. But yeah, look at this owl and this guy. So we're gonna be putting stuff together. Okay guys, so I have all of this succulent here that I'm going to put onto this wreath, and I'm gonna show you right now. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is, as you see, I'm poking a hole and I'm using an X-Acto knife to put where the plants is, and I kind of like prearrange it to see like, okay, what I want and where I want these plants. So I sort of have an idea, but I'm still gonna kind of like work with it to see what I like and what I don't like. So like I might just put a few of these here and there. I'll show you uh, the after result after I'm done. I just want to show you the process real quick. Anyway, so, I stab it with the X-Acto knife. I use a stick, I can use a chopstick. Actually, I poke it through and then I use the, like, kind of bigger end, because there's a smaller end and there's a bigger end. I use the bigger end to kind of, like, make the hole bigger, depending on how big is the plant that I'm using. So I'm doing the jade plants, and they are a little bit, like, the stem is a little bit bigger. So I'll show you the process right now. So kind of like, inserting them in and take out the lower branches if they are getting in the way, like, see, kind of like that. And what I also did is, if you have like plant clip, use them to kind of like stake these things up. I did it over here too. So what I did was, because I have these like artificial plant and they come with the stem array, so I just cut them and kind of bend them and use them in that way. Okay.
Take a picture.
Okay, so it is finally done, and so I wasn't able to use a lot of it, and I did this cute little thing. If my cat would get out of the way, kitty, kitty, kitty. Okay, go. All right, so I did this deer thing, and I just kept everything kind of like green and silver and cat. So yeah. Anyways, but stop. Can you get the cat out of the way? But yeah, so I just kept a little bit of the green, the red, and then silver, and then um, and cat and dog. And I used the owls and some of the stuff. I did have to use a little bit of hot glue to kind of glue and stabilize everything together. Like for instance, this tree, I got these like little wooden slice wood. I don't know what it's called, but anyways, yeah, so I had to use a little bit of hot glue to kind of like keep everything in place. And but yeah, this is the final product, you guys. So try it out. Took a little bit of time, but most of the material I already have. So the only thing I really spent on is the wreath, which costs $125, $1.25. This thing is also $1.25. That other stuff is $1.25. So I don't know, that's what is that, $6, $7 already. And then all the like little decoration that I got from the Dollar Tree. So that's pretty much it, and pretty much my time, and that garden sheet thing, which I already have actually. So but yeah, not too much honestly. If you buy it, it will cost a lot more, and this is exactly how you like it. So this is like it has like a little theme thing going on here. I'm not sure what it is. I guess white Christmas. But yeah, I'm gonna put this in front of my house. Right now it's nighttime, but tomorrow morning I'm gonna put it in front of the house, and I'm gonna show you how it looks like. Okay guys, so I am watering this guy. I'm gonna leave it here, I think overnight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna take it out and let it sit empty. Right now it's in this container, like this shallow container, with a little bit of water. This wreath is kind of big, so I had to find a container big enough to submerge it in, but I don't submerge the whole thing because the top part has all this decoration that's gonna easily come out if you like spray it with a hose or something, water with a hose. So what I usually do, I kind of sink it in some, like a shallow bucket of water. That's what I do. I did it before when I did some round wreath. That's what I did. I submerged it in some water. So we're gonna let this guy sit in water overnight, and then tomorrow I'm going to take it out, like I said, and just leave it to dry. And I'll probably leave it flat for like the next 2 weeks to I want to say for the root to start setting in. And once the root starts setting in, the plants will be more like stable. Like right now as it is, if you were to stand it up, it's probably gonna like kind of droop over and fall apart, you know. So yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it here overnight. You know, I feel confident that these guys already took roots because I don't know. Uh yeah, I just want to show you guys. I think so. I feel like they feel pretty affixed for the most part. So I'm gonna hang them in front of my door, and I just want to show you guys. Okay. Okay guys, so it is on my door, and yeah, this is it. It's dripping a little bit because it's wet. I had it sitting in the water for a little bit, and but yeah, so I think it's cute little wreath idea using all my succulent. Like I told you guys, I have a lot of succulents, so I like to keep them for arrangement and stuff, and I do a lot of those. So but yeah, this is it. This is what we're looking at. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you guys next week. Just a little Christmas inspo. All right, take care. Bye. And Merry Christmas.